Hope is brightest when it dawns from fears. May the open hand be filled the fullest. It is the pest of our profession that we seldom see the best side of human nature. All my life long I have been more melted by the distress under which a strong, proud, and powerful mind is compelled to give way than by the more easily excited sorrows of softer dispositions. In civilized society, law is the chimney through which all that smoke discharges itself that used to circulate throughout the whole house. The sights and sentiments that attend civil conflict are of a kind to reconcile the human heart, however generous and humane by nature, to severe language and cruel actions. It is wonderful how people's judgment is blinded by their passions, and how apt we are to find plausible and even satisfactory reasons for doing what our interest or that of the party we have embraced strongly recommends. Ambition, policy, bravery, all far beyond their sphere, here learn the fate of mortals. There are stratagems in law as well as war. My principal fault was an unconquerable pitch of pride, which exposed me to frequent mortification. But patriotism, as it is the fairest, so it is often the most suspicious mask of other feelings. It is only when taught deceit by the commerce of the world that we learn to shroud our character from observation and to disguise our real sentiments from those with whom we are placed in communion. Of this disposition, to see as much of the supernatural as it is seen by others around, or in other words, to trust to the eyes of others rather than to our own. Besides, when a man of talent shows himself an able and useful partisan, his party will continue to protect and accredit him, in spite of conduct the most contradictory to their own principles. It is better to enjoy the good which God sends thee than to be impertinently curious how it comes. Look back and smile on perils past. A ruin should always be protected but never repaired. Thus may we witness full the lingering legacies of the past. The wife who could be contented with but one half of her husband's affections had never deserved to engage the slightest share of them. To be innocent of ill is no security. They say that a lady's mind is always expressed in her postscript, so I would have you think that the most important part of your commission lies in what I have last said to you. Crystal and hearts would lose all their merit in the world if it were not for their fragility. Discretion is the perfection of reason and a guide to us in all the duties of life. Nothing could be more gracefully majestic than his step and manner, had they not been marked by a predominant air of haughtiness, easily acquired by the exercise of unresisted authority. Fear to do base unworthy things is valor. If they be done to us, to suffer them is valor too. No drone shall feed on my honeycomb. Traitors' words never yet hurt honest cause. O rake not up the ashes of our fathers. Implacable resentment was their crime, and grievous has the expiation been. There are few more melancholy sensations than those with which we regard scenes of past pleasure when altered and deserted. Fools should not have chapping sticks, that is, weapons of offense. Honor is a homicide and a blood spiller that gangs about making frays in the street, but credit is a decent, honest man that sits at home and makes the pat play. A fool's wild speech confounds the wise. The abstract idea of a spirit certainly implies that it has neither substance, form, shape, voice, or anything which can render its presence visible or sensible to human faculties. If hell has one complexion more hideous than another, it is where villainy is masked by hypocrisy. I will never sell my liberty for gold. We resign to civil society our natural rights of self-defense only on condition that the ordinances of law should protect us. He that climbs the tall tree has one right to the fruit. He that leaps the wide gulf should prevail in his suit. Nothing perhaps increases by indulgence more than a desultory habit of reading, especially under such opportunities of gratifying it. It was a reign of minority when the strongest had the best right, and when acts of usurpation were frequent among those who had much power and little conscience. You never saw dull weather clear without a shower, and if the world is turned upside down, why, honest men have the better chance to cut bread out of it. Everything is possible for him who possesses courage and activity, and to the timid and hesitating everything is impossible, because it seems so. I did not myself set a high estimation on wealth, and had the affectation of most young men of lively imagination, who suppose that they can better dispense with the possession of money than resign their time and faculties to the labor necessary to acquire it. He that is without name, without friend, without coin, without country, is still at least a man, and he that has all these is no more. It is ill arguing against anything from its misuse. Teach self-denial and make its practice pleasure, and you can create for the world a destiny more sublime than ever issued from the brain of the wildest dreamer. Cared for no rogues but their own. I should be rather like the wild hawk, who barred the free exercise of his soar through heaven, will dash himself to pieces against the bars of his cage.